Hi, my name is Francois Duval, and today we're gonna make some cultivation. Hello, my friend. There's my cultivator, and I'm gonna prepare it for cultivation after a long winter storage. I'm gonna prepare the engine. To do that, I'm gonna unscrew the spark plug, which is situated in unbelievably uncomfortable place. And I'm gonna prepare the spark plug by adjusting the gap between electrodes, and have to remove all the oil left in the cylinder after conservation. To do this, I'm going to disconnect the high voltage wire from the spark plug and move to the side not to for it not to interfere me. To unscrew the spark plug, we need a 21 millimeter spark plug head, extensioner, and a ratchet. So just try to get onto the hexagon by our ratchet head and just unscrew it. Once it is loosened, you can do it just by your hand with the spark plug special head. First of all, I'm gonna clean my spark plug with a metal brush. I think it's enough. Then I'm gonna check the gap between electrodes with my gap gauge instrument. So, according to the manual, we have to have properly 0.6 millimeters of gap. Gap is absolutely perfect. Well, now I'm gonna remove all the engine oil from the cylinder after conservation by rotating the engine with the starter. For that, I'm gonna use some cloth and we'll cover the spark plug hole not to be all over in engine oil if it's too much in the cylinder. But don't put the clothes inside the hole, because it could be sucked in by compression of the engine. Just cover not to be messy outside. And let's try to rotate it. We have good compression, as we can see on our clothes. I think that's enough. And it is dry, because I didn't conserve my cultivator this year. Now we can install the spark plug back to its place. First of all, without any ratchet or wrench, just with your hand, tighten a little bit the spark plug, and after that you can tighten it properly, but not too much. Approximately 40 Newton meters of torque. I'm gonna do it with a ratchet because I can feel the torque.
I can feel it like it's right in my neck.
And that's it. And plug back the ignition wire. And after all cylinder procedures are done, you can just add fuel to the tank and try to start it. And don't forget, always use the protection of your inhale organs, and make sure that you are in good ventilated room when during the filling the tank. Like mine, I have one door, second door, just in one room, and it's not so big, so I'm safe.
Boris the Blade?
Yeah.
As in Boris the Bullet Dodger?
Why do they call him the Bullet Dodger?
Because he dodges bullets, heavy.
To help the engine being started, I'm gonna use adrenaline for engines. I'm call it such like that. Actually, it is brake and clutch cleaner. We're gonna spray it into the throttle directly by removing the air filter. To do this, we have to unscrew two bolts. Nice. Here we have two filters. The actual proper filter and primary filter. So that should be cleaned before using two. I've already cleaned it before winter. So here we have the throttle hole. We should open the throttle via this rod, or better, this handle here. So as we can see, this throttle is fully open. Now I'm gonna spray several times inside to the carburetor, and let's see what happens. And that's it. Just after it's starting, you have to turn on the choke, because it won't work on the fully opened air well. Now after it warmed a little bit, you can remove the choke. You see, without choke it won't work. It was too little time for it to be warmed enough to work. Now we can start it without any adrenaline, I suppose. You know me. Let's try. Turn on the choke. No? Okay, let's try some throttle open. Or maybe not some. Oh, I forgot to open the tap.
Of course!
For the fuel. Now it's gonna work. No? Okay, I have enough adrenaline for this. Choke open. Let's try again. And everything works. It was only my fault. As always, I'm failing all the time. So you can install back the air filter and drive the cultivator outside the building to prepare it for cultivation. And after all the preparations, I'm gonna change oil, because it is maybe 1 year after the last change. And as you know, during the influence of the high temperatures of the engine works, it oxidizes its components. So it is not usable enough after 1 year of storage and working from the last summer. So for that, I'm gonna move the cultivator outside and let the engine work approximately for 5 minutes to warm up enough to oil to be drained properly. So let's go. We are applying first gear, then using throttle pedal, as I'm calling it. If you need more speed or less speed.
The speed!
And we are applying the clutch by pushing that handle. As you see, it moves. So I'm gonna try to turn around carefully without any crashing. I don't have enough room, so I'm applying reverse gear just to the dead end, to the clicking it down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Careful. And again, first gear. And let's go outside. And that's enough for warming. I think I got off the engine. And we're gonna change the oil. Here's the drain plug. And to drain it, we should unscrew this bolt. It has hex on 12 millimeters. So always use proper tools, like me. And always change this gasket to prevent the leaking. So now put the filler in it. I'm gonna use that kind of engine oil, oleomac. It should be that has really good quality, because you know oleomac is not doing cheap things, and you know the strengths of its equipment. It has exact 0.6 liters. So I'm gonna use this option instead of leveling the cultivator. And only after that procedures we can begin to work. But I have to install the cultivating heads instead of the rubber wheels and the ground anchor. So that's it. Of the soil, I'm gonna use brush cutting heads. But be careful, it has only one direction of the rotation. For example, it is the left one. As you see, each part is sharpened only the one way. Focus. Yes. And another one is sharpened another direction. So it is right one and the left one. And we have a ground anchor. It helps us to adjust the speed of cultivating our soil and the depth of cultivating. You should balance all the time during cultivating. So guys, to do something on the ground, always use the protection of your knees. Well, before installation we need to remove two pins, as I showed you before. Those pins on the axles. It is done by removing the stoppers and then the actual pin. Stopper blocks pin from the losing. So you need to remove it and then just pull your wheel and detach it. After that, you see the hole. You need to get right hole on the hole with the brush and install the pin back. After that, install the stopper and that's it. It is properly installed. The same thing on the another side. And as you can see, there is the most annoying moment in the cultivating. It is that I compacted by my feet the ground on the center of cultivation zone. So now I'm gonna calculate my way through cultivation to optimize it to every next run to cultivate my footprints. I'm gonna show you onboard footage. So let's try to turn a little bit, reverse gear. Second gear. And let's go to the start of our special stage. So, now I'm gonna aim my brush cutters of the cultivator. One of them, the outer one, should go on my fingerprints to recultivate the compacted soil. I've made it with my feet. So, so let's go. False start. Here how it should be. So one of the brushes cultivates uncultivated soil, and another one recultivates my footprints. And when you're not running it, just make terminal revs, not overheat the engine. That's all, everything else in time lapse. And here's my mom coming, handing me the carrot juice. Love her. Say hi.
Hello.
Thank you, mom, I love you. Okay. Thanks, mom. Bye. Now the cultivator has to cool a little bit on the nominal revs, maybe 10 minutes. And again, it's for precaution of damaging the engine. Now let's see the results of my cultivating. Here is it. Perfectly softened soil. Well, almost perfectly. Because I fucked up at the very beginning of the cultivating and chosen the wrong trajectory. Here it is. I've left one row of my footprints again. I think it's not very bad for planting. So after our cultivator is cooled down, we need to change back again the cut brushes to the rubber wheels to put the cultivator back to the storage room, not to damage it by brushing cutters, not to damage the floor in that room. And of course, you have to clean all the soil from the cutters and from the anchor before storage. That's all for today, guys.